And boom. My YouTube. That's the YouTube portion. It's the cocktail combo portion. Now we rolling twice as nice. Boom.
Yeah. I feel like a superstar now.
I told y'all we could do this simultaneously. Y'all just had to give us a minute. I'll be trying to work shit out to make sure working it out. We're gonna keep y'all entertained. Keep y'all entertained. Right.
That's
all innovative, self-made.
That's all.
Yeah. Hi, London. Everybody say hi, London. I don't know if they can see you over here. Please fix that.
Okay, today our drink is called all over. Stir it up.
All over. I like these little
Let's taste it together, y'all.
Ready?
What's that?
It's that smoky vodka.
Oh my God, because I'm like, what's that? Like, you want
She said, what's that?
it tastes smoky though.
That's that honey I made.
She made the honey though.
It's got this.
It's good.
It's got this barbecue,
Smoky, like
but
off the
sweet,
grill.
like almost like a sweet,
like the potato chip that's sweet.
a sweet barbecue potato chip. Yeah. Without the bite, though. Without the bite.
Oh,
Be careful.
I told y'all, I'm excited. I'm telling y'all, I'm
I like
excited.
the color of it. It's like,
The everything though, but
See, be careful, gotta bite.
see, listen,
Careful.
dog.
don't y'all love it? I love it when she's back and I don't have to pretend to play bartender because it works out way better like this.
He be trying to show London up, though.
I don't know. It never works.
It never
Gonna be very tasty for you guys. Be careful.
I know.
I'm really liking this class. I don't know if y'all can see her
Get up and
class. Yeah, listen. She is giving me all Prince today. She is giving me right. His spirit must be in building today. She is giving me all Prince with this black. I can't take it. I might borrow. Y'all might see me.
I need to put on a little Prince. I know.
See, y'all got to be doing that. I don't be prepared for stuff.
Oh gosh, this is really good.
This is really good.
I talked about the Bloody Mary. I'm like,
It's got your favorite.
yeah.
What's her favorite?
One of your favorites.
What's one of your favorites? Oh, I know what it is. I do know. You should be able to taste it. I was going to say you should be able to taste it. She's like, my favorite. What's my favorite?
I know.
Think quick.
I have not stopped drinking ginger beer since then. I've been Moscow Mules everywhere I go.
Right. This CD is actually a really good CD. If you don't got it, you can go out back and get it. It's 2001's Angie
It's old.
Stone's
I'm about to say it's
Mahogany
old
Soul,
school.
but it's such a good.
But nowadays, you need a little old school.
Listen, we was just talking about that at work. That's all I listen to now is music from the 80s and 90s because this stuff today is crap. I'm sorry, but that's quality
It is
music.
not.
It's good for a night at the club, but that's all it's
That's
good
it.
for.
When you turned up a little bit, you got a
But
little.
if you want to clean your living room, you can't listen to you can't listen to Cardi B. And I love Cardi B, but you can't listen to her cleaning your living
No,
room.
you can't.
It's your word, but you can listen to it.
Clean as hell when you're done.
Security Queen is not here with us tonight, and on that note, we are going to the table. Thank you, London.
You're welcome.
As always, your mixologist not better than mine.
Good job.
I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you really can. You really can taste
Like,
that
you
smoke.
really can. Now this is definitely this is your creation, correct?
Put a lot of thought in that smoke liquor.
And you know it's not easy as a mixologist to create drinks that you feel like everybody would like. You know what I'm saying?
You had to think of smoke liquor. You got to get something to go with that. So I figured it out.
You can tell a person that loves what they do. I was talking about that today. Well, I was talking about that. Honestly, that's what kind of the topic is going to be about. Counseling. Like a lot of us think that we don't need counseling. A lot of us as Caucasian, as Black people, don't believe in counseling because they feel like we're strong enough so we can handle anything. And it's not that we can't, but it's just when you go through so much and have been through so much in life, you think it's not bothering you or it's not affecting you or it's not affecting your judgment, and it is. until you get to a place to where you're like, I'm ready to be free of all of the clutter that's in my mind, things that you can't talk about with other people. You feel like they'll be judgmental. Even with your closest, sometimes your bestie, you don't want to tell her this, and you don't want to tell him that, you know, have you, because you don't want to be judged. But when you go to counseling, and I am, you start to feel free, even from the first day. Like some things that you can't explain. And then I've been kind of testing the waters with my counselor just to see if she can analyze me and on the same page. Because some people do it for money and some people do it because they love it. Going back, piggybacking on what I was just speaking about, you can tell that in your drinks that you put a lot of love and thought into your drinks. Same way with this therapist. She analyzing the hell out of me, and I'm loving it. And she's bringing out some things that I didn't know about myself. And I've been knowing me for 48 years. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying about counseling. Like, people, we need to go.
Right.
And declutter, because then you realize the you that you are may be a better you that you'll become once you declutter yourself. And I got a lot going on up in here. It's a lot, like dealing with death, just life and things that happened in the past when I was a little girl, just all of that bringing me to this point here. That I was like, I really need to go to counseling. And now that I'm going, I was like, I can't wait for the next session, and can't wait for the next session. And every day that I walk out, I feel freer than the day before. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you think that's because? Do you think it's because you because this person, because you can't be totally and 100% open and honest with this person, or because this person doesn't know you, this person can't judge you? This
person won't tell.
And of course, the confidence thing matters a lot. But do you think that has something to do with it?
For me, it's getting an unbiased opinion for somebody that has no ties to me. So they can't be like, well, I'm going to tell Lynn this, but I'm going to tell her this way and not, you know, or I'm going to tell her flat out, but I'm telling her now being malicious and hurting. So, you know, now I'm coming back at you, London, because like, what the hell, you know, kind of a thing. When you go to somebody who don't know you at all, who's giving you the real about who you are, and you can receive it. That's the thing. Damn, you beat me to it. And that's the thing. The thing is receiving it. Because a lot of us know it internally. Absolutely. We all know, but we can't receive it, especially when it's coming from somebody close. Right. It makes it even more difficult to come from somebody close. But when it's somebody who's you, like I said, who opinion you know is totally unobjective. Right. It's different. It's totally different. Why is it not loud? I didn't got deep into it. Right, you jumped right into the conversation. I didn't even get a chance to speak to people or nothing because you jumped deep. I'm sorry, y'all. You jumped deep into the conversation. Now, see, it says right here you just joined, but that's my watch party. I just started a watch party off of. I just found out what that was. Me too, and I'm just doing it now. For us for the first time because I don't even know what a watch party is. So sorry. It's just you're inviting people to watch what I'm watching. Okay. But are we already doing that in Cocktails and Content? Okay, see, I say right here, Michael's watch party. Okay, but that's not what I want to be us. So I can go speak to our audience. And normally I just while we're getting my technical shit together, I want to just send a quick shout out and prayers to our people over in Mozambique where the cyclone, and it's like crazy, like there's flooding and people are drowning and can't get food, and it's so funny how when something like that happens in France or some other European country, people want to put up flags and say some relief and prayers and funds, and it's on the news. But I haven't heard anything about Mozambique. I haven't. Yeah. Have you guys? I mean, no. Anybody out there, please tell me, because I haven't heard anything about Mozambique. I haven't heard anything. I found this out by accident. Like I was digging for shit and found it. Okay, now let me go back and say hi to everybody. Hey, Kanisha, what's up, cuz, down there in the Carolinas? Hey, Shell. Danita, Angela, Kenya, Fanboy Bruno, Macho, what's up? Matt, what's up, cuzzo? Thank y'all for tuning in.
I had to get because this watch party thing. I just wanted to see how that was going to work out. If you guys don't know,
There we
we
go.
are live streaming on YouTube as well.
Hey, Macho. Hey, honey.
So we're filtering questions from YouTube as well.
And I said I would never do that.
Do
And
that.
I did
Call
call
him
him Macho.
Macho. Yeah.
I'm just reading. See, I said I would never do that. Therapy is needed. He said therapy is needed.
Fanboy Bruno says, I think all black people need therapy. For sure. We do. And not just for what's on the surface. We still dealing with shit inflicted on us from ancestral
Right.
shit. Like real
Like
talk.
we got things that are embedded in our genetic
that we
makeup.
don't even know
That
about.
just wonder why we so angry, and on top of that, just life, and then in everyday life, and then personal things that happen in your life. Like we need to declutter. And yes, counseling is needed for the majority of us. Whether you feel like you can handle it and you can't. You wonder why you're angry. You wonder why you're drinking a lot. You wonder why you're smoking a lot. You're not drinking and smoking for no reason. There's things that you're trying to cover up, to forget, or to wash away.
Macho says therapy is needed more than people want to admit, especially in the black community. I'm finna get me and my kids back in the
Into
family
counseling.
counseling.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. And a lot more of that need to happen. And not talking to your homegirl or your homeboy who are probably in the same situation you in, or
Mhm.
misery loves
Mhm.
company, and put you in a deeper situation that you don't need to be in. You need to talk to somebody that can give you an unbiased opinion about you that you can receive to better yourself. And maybe you will drink casually and not all the time. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just laughing at Macho. He said, "Talk that shit, man." but listen, she telling the truth. But now it's you can speak that truth because you've had your own experience.
Absolutely.
And you're letting people actually know, like, no, that shit.
And
is
I've been
helping.
saying
It's
I'm gonna
working.
go to counseling. I'm gonna go to counseling. This is for years. And this is before my mom. Actually, this is when my brother died. Which was many, many years ago. And I was like, I needed counseling then, and I didn't get it. And then so many things after that has happened and transpired and what have you, to where now I'm so full. And I was like, I really need to talk to somebody because I'm going to explode. And it's a beautiful thing, y'all. And I wanted to talk about it. Like, why don't we want to go to counseling? I hear some people say, oh, they got problems like us, so they don't know how to work our problems out. But if they us, and they done been to school and did all this research, what have you, why can't they?
I mean,
You got teachers teaching you. Why all of a sudden the teachers, they went to school to teach. So why can a teacher teach you, but a counsel
can't counsel you. If a counselor went, yeah, because it's basically the same thing. Same logic applies.
It's the
I agree.
Absolutely. So what's the difference? Because sometimes people don't want to hear themselves. They don't want to hear the truth about themselves, and some people can't.
I mean,
handle it.
and you know what? I'm probably one of those people. To be honest with you, I'm one of those people that I'd be like, counseling for what? Like, I can deal with, you know what I'm saying? And I deal with a lot of shit, and and honestly, I don't think I need a counselor. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I really am one of those people. Like, I think I can handle it or work it out on my own, but there might be some underlying embedded shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just never thought about it.
And I think we can. We've been handling it for centuries, you all. I'm not saying we can't handle it. I'm saying to de-stress yourself, to declutter yourself, to relax yourself. This is what counseling is, for you to kind of deal with some of the things that you have dealt with and you have held on to and you have let it manifest, but in a different way. Like you turn to other things. So some people.
I know. I'm sorry. Oh, I was just about to say to all you people that have just joined that are watching my watch party, that are watching through my watch party, just go to the Cocktails and Convo page and watch there. That's the purpose. Or better yet, go to YouTube at Cocktails and Convo, youtube.com, and subscribe and watch there. I'm just saying. That's just I'm just putting that out there because I'm noticing ain't no people.
I know.
But
YouTube.
I'm still doing my thing. Though.
Yeah.
It forces you. Angela says it forces you to look at the ugly you, and most people can't deal. And that might be one of my problems. I'm afraid to look at the ugly.
And that's the thing. She asked me at this point. She said, "Do you like yourself?" And I had to sit here and look for a moment and say no. And I've never had to say no. And I stay here and I thought about it like, wow. And right now I don't. but I'm getting ready to like myself again. And that's the whole point of going, because it's just not that something's wrong and
Right, yeah, and that's
like,
and that's
it's
another
so
problem.
Much.
That's another problem. That's another stigma. Like people think if I go see a therapist, something's
Something
wrong. Something's wrong with me. What I need to see a therapist for? I ain't crazy.
Now, if you're going psychologist and a psychiatrist
Are two different.
Psychiatrists are able to prescribe medication. That may be a little something wrong, but listen, that's okay too. Because if you got issues that you need to deal with and you can't deal with it with just a conversation, you need a little medication.
Little conversation don't help.
Medicate yourself. If you're abusive, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about if you are the extreme. Not just I need a counselor. If you are the extreme, like I can't stop beating my child because I got these demons talking to me or what have you. You got all these other things going on that you can't talk about or tell people. You might need a little extra.
Little extra help.
But when you see a psychiatrist, that don't mean you take it.
No, not saying I
right.
just describe the difference between the two. Because some people do, because psychiatrists are a little bit more deeper because they get a little bit more deeper into the mental.
Hey Nate, how are you?
So if it is deep like that, they can prescribe medication.
No, they don't.
Who?
Psychiatrists.
Psychiatrists can.
Hey, I'm not in.
Psychiatrists can. Psychiatrists can. Trust me, I know a couple of people that go and get medicine subscribed to them, baby. I'm not talking that I don't know.
Nate says a little therapy is good for everyone.
No,
wait,
she
I'm
sends it to the
confused.
pharmacist.
Is this my live party?
I'm being
I'm
honest.
gonna tell you because I go see them.
Okay.
And that's why. And she cannot.
All I know is what they do. All I know is what they do.
I ain't never seen one. I ain't never been one, so I don't know.
I go to psychologist.
And your
And
psychologist,
it's on my third visit.
can your psychologist subscribe?
No.
Okay, your psychologist can, but
Yeah.
your psychiatrist can.
I don't have a
Right.
psychiatrist, but no, they.
Long
they
story. Well, my father been treated for cancer, but I'm okay. Blah blah blah. Sorry to hear that. I'm talking to Nate. Remember Nate? Nate used to. Nate watches the show, but I didn't know if he's commenting on my watch party from my personal page and not through the show's page. So right now I'm working 2 pages at one time. Well, actually 3 because YouTube is still right here. So 3.
So I want to know who out there are willing to just try it.
Try what, therapy?
Try therapy. Or do you feel like you don't need it? And why you feel like you don't need therapy?
Angela says psychiatrists prescribe medications. They're the only ones that can't subscribe anything for your psyche. Psychologist is just there as a therapist. Got it. Fanboy Bruno says people need to self-check and be honest with themselves, which is true. Like I just said, I might not want to know the ugly me.
Yeah.
So there's people may not be willing to deal with themselves. Now, me honestly, personally, I know I got an ugly side. I don't think I have one, but I'm sure there's something there. Whatever. No, but I know I have an ugly side, but what I'm saying is like I feel like it shows. Like it's not something I'm suppressing or hiding. Like when I'm pissed off or I'm mad, like people, you know what I'm saying? Like people know it because I'm not suppressing it.
But you have a very controlling.
Well, yeah, I'm an only child.
But,
I don't think that's an issue.
See, but that's what I'm talking about. That because you done dealt with it for so long that you feel like that it's who I am.
Well, it's also one of those things about feeling like the real thing is with my control thing. If you want it done right, do it yourself. That's how my mentality works, and so that's just how I work. I can't explain, and it's part of being an only child. I know it is, and not having to share, and not having to share anything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just. I know, and then I can't. I'm kind of stuck at words for that one. I can't explain that one. What's up, Mr. Murray Cordero? What's up, Miss Golson, Kimberly? Hey, see, and there's people joining my watch party. I don't know if they're joining the watch party or if they're joining. See,
but no one's joining
YouTube. I know.
Okay.
Well, no, but these people that are joining the watch party don't watch. Are not friends of the show. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's getting more peak. You know what I'm saying? It's getting yeah. Matthew
I
says
like that. Yep.
what Matthew says.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Matthew says therapy helps you deal with you. It helps you deal with those things that are necessary for growth and becoming a better you. And that's boy, because that was getting ready to touch on that. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what I'm going for, to become a better me.
Well, yeah.
And to work through a lot of the things that I'm dealing with to become a better me. And we was talking about vibes and energy and things of that nature the last show. And the only way to do that is to declutter yourself so you can pull that positive energy in. And the best way to do that is to seek help and get your issues resolved.
Nate said, I had therapy and I'm glad I did. When my husband abandoned me, I blamed myself. I met with the therapist for a while and discovered I blamed myself because my husband had manipulated me to blaming all of his shit on me. Wow.
But what if you got people and that's sad that don't want to go?
There you go, Nate. Now he's on the show. The drink, I'm sorry, I'm asking his question as well. He asked what was the drink. The drink is called a Haul Over. It is a Cocktails and Convo original. See, this is the watch party, but that's my watch party.
Okay, because I'm
now,
like,
that's
I
what
don't
I'm saying.
see that.
But see, now Nate
Okay.
is actually on the
it.
show now watching. He was talking to me through the watch party. Guys, if you're watching me through the watch party, go to the to the Facebook page, Cocktails and Convo, and watch from the page. Because there are a lot of people that are watching that are friends of mine that are not friends of the show. So I get why the watch party works.
Right. And just like Macho said, as far as taking your children to therapy, like just today's world and all that they see right now, like everything, like before things were in the closet. Now things are open or what have you. Like these babies, they're young.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that just made me think about this baby, Nigel something. I can't remember his last name. Little black boy, probably 10. He just killed himself recently. He's dealing with depression. Like he probably his mother. He had just came out. He was young, so he had just came out to his mom, and she said he had been dealing with a lot, but she encouraged him. He was happy and bright, but he took his own life. He's a baby. He's like 12,
but that's
10,
that social
12.
media. Like that social media is destroying our children, and actually we are destroying our children because we're giving them the tool to utilize social media.
I agree.
So at some point, we have to stand up once again and take ownership on our end. See, a lot of things people don't want to take the ownership on their end. They want to point fingers and pretend like it's all you. And because we hear you shouldn't have done that, but then you shouldn't have gave him the phone in order for him to be put in situations to do that. Make his ass go outside and play.
Me and my daughter were just having this conversation about my grandson. DJ's 2 years old, and he had a Kindle, and I was like, well, why? And it wasn't, it was a gift. It was a birthday. It was a Christmas gift, and I get it, but I was like, no. And she took it. She felt like I felt, which was great. I was like, because why does he need it? He doesn't even know what this thing does. He's a kid. Let him explore and be a kid, like a regular. You know what I'm saying? Like big trucks, dirt.
Right.
Playing
with your
throwing the ball. Right.
Making games with your fingers.
You're 2. Like, no, don't
taking
don't
phones,
become what I call them now is iPad moms. Don't become an iPad mom.
I done seen babies back in our day take a pen and you know what I'm saying, for hours, all right there, all over the wall.
Remember, the old saying goes true. You go buy the most expensive toy and the kid plays with the box.
With the pots and pans, bamming it away, having the ball.
You take the most expensive car out the box and they in the box.
And now we don't make our babies go outside anymore.
Nope.
So now, like Mylan, I make him now when you come home, put your phone up. Because the whole time when he come home, he like, hey mama, so what we eating? Where you going?
Glued to
so, okay. So I got it. You want me to do what? Wash the dishes? Okay. So what mama?
Stuck to it.
Fix his plate. Put his plate down. This is phone. While he eat. Put it up.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm done. Now he got my grandson going upstairs, getting his iPad, come down upstairs. Now he got yes.
Comcast has a thing where you can turn all that shit off, and you need to get that in your household because you got boys and you.
I want to be able to turn off Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do nothing.
You can. Xfinity has a thing that you can do that.
Like this is I'm just saying.
What's up, Parker? Yep, same thing.
ridiculous.
What's up, Parker? What's up, Joseph? Hi, Kelsey.
I'm so glad I have kids.
Listen, I couldn't do it. At this day and age, no.
Because you know what? And it's so sad, but true. And a lot of you out here listening to us know that we are speaking the truth. It's not even all about how you parent anymore, because social media, television are raising your children.
Yeah, these devices.
So
that
you
we
got some of the
in front
best
us right
parents. Like, I have no idea what's wrong with my child.
now. Right.
You know, what have you. We dumb and stupid. Now, we always been dumb and stupid, but now we really don't know nothing. Back in the day, we were just hard-headed. Our parents get on our nerves, and that was that.
Now we know everything is still dumb and stupid. We got access to everything and still dumb and stupid.
Right.
Nathan says exactly. Children need various inputs of their senses. A tablet is just visual with some audio. Get in the dirt and play. Right. You need to know what a worm feels like. Right. You need that blade of grass feels awesome.
That's when I went and I did and I posted it when I took my grandchildren. It was their birthdays, because you know they like 2 days apart.
Right.
But we just went downtown, walked around, played in the sand, and when I say they're still talking about that simple thing. Now they didn't have birthday parties and all that cheese, but they're talking about when my 2-year-old when they go back down, go back in the sand. I don't go back in the sand, Gigi.
Something that was free.
Something that was, and that's exactly what I kept reiterating and keep stressing. You all are spending all this money, and I'm right now, and all they're doing is playing in the sand.
Every time my grandson comes to town every so often. When he comes to town, I just simple stuff. I took him down to the water thing in front of the Renaissance, which is free.
Yeah, like they got pictures too.
There's a water park at the end of my area off of where we should live in the lofts, which is free. The little boy was mad at me. He was mad because I made him leave. Like, I'm getting cold. He like, no, I'm good.
Like,
my man
having a ball.
Had a ball, was mad, and it was free. I didn't spend a dime.
Listen, where I go get my nails done, next to it is a photo shoot place. I'm talking about these girls walking in there with their 2-year-olds and their 1-year-olds and they infants talking about photo shoots. Now, oh, it's her birthday. This chick got 5 outfits. I'm talking about she's infant. I'm not even lying.
Ridiculous.
Face made up, beat it. One of the girl ponytails with weave all on it. I mean, I'm talking about this is ridiculous. For a 2-year-old, for an infant. What happened to the old black and white picture?
Angela says, hell, been there and going back. She's talking about therapy.
Right.
I need it just like I need God in my life at all times, because without him, I'm subject to anything and get locked up. I have to empty out often, because if you get so full, I begin to pop off fast. I hear that.
Yeah, you do.
I hear this.
And then listen, what really made me want to talk about this, because I search for things to talk about on our show. And just scouring social media, Facebook, it is so many people out there crying out for help.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all just read and stop judging, you know what I'm saying? And start looking at why they doing all what they do on social media. You have people, if you read into it, they're crying for help.
It's so funny you just mentioned that. Joseph P. Warren said, now we broadcast our stupidity on social media all the time. You know how many times I pick up my phone and start scrolling Facebook and just see nothing but people video recording tragedies. You know what I'm saying? Just like, or shit, like you watching 5 guys jump on one guy. You're just watching it and you're video recording. Or you're watching this woman beat the hell out of this little girl. You know what I'm saying? You just or this woman, or this guy disrespecting this old woman. I watched a video of a guy on a fucking subway train. This woman had to be all of 70 years old. And I'm talking about full-fledged haymaker. Wow. And people are recording this. I swear to God, this man was bigger than me. I know he was taller than me. All that. There's no way I could just sit back and record that and just watch that. My conscience would, even if I got my ass kicked in the process, I would feel better about
And see,
myself.
right there, that's a mental illness. The fact that you can do that to a 70-year-old lady, that is not a sane person. That you're not
that's
sane.
crazy to
You're
me.
not. I
And
don't
for-
care
and
what you say. You're not sane.
I'm gonna look at 3 other guys on this train with me and be like, look, if all 4 of us ain't finna rush up, I'm about to get my ass kicked. I'm looking for y'all help because I'm a little guy, but I am gonna look for y'all help. But it's crazy. Joe says, go ahead. No, go.
Right. The people who are crying out for Joseph, I'm sorry, stated, the people who are crying out for help are drowned out by the ones who just want attention. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on too. Once we touch on, I just want people to stop judging. And then right on point, Joseph, because there are people out there that do want the attention. But then you stop and think about it again. Why they seeking all this attention? Like it's always effect for cause. It's a cause and effect for everything. There's a reason why. So why do you need social media? And why do you need to constantly post everything about everything on social media? That's a cry for attention right there. Why are you crying so much?
I say that.
Why do you need it
I tell
so
my
much?
cousin
That's a
that. I
problem.
tell my cousin that all the time. All the time. Everything she does every 5 minutes, it's on social media. Like why? Like what is wrong? And there's something wrong. And because there's something wrong. It's a cry. It is a cry. Because it's like goddamn. And my timeline can't be filled with nothing but you every 5 minutes in the car, at the house, getting your nails done, you post it. Like, but then you wonder why you have all this drama in your life. But you put all this drama in your life because you out there letting everybody know every fucking thing you're doing. Every step you make, you're letting them, it doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. So then you're like, well, why am I having these problems? Because you're creating them.
Yes.
Because you're creating these problems.
Yes. Nathan said, I hate all of the negative vibes. And it is sad because you start reading and it's like, oh, look at all these people crying. You know what I'm saying? Like they it's something wrong.
Nate says social media has taught many people to spew, but not the capacity to
And that's
listen.
This the whole point of this. Like stop judging and listen.
But see, the thing with it, the reason why you can't listen is because it's so much at once. It's you become so desensitized to it because it's constantly there. Back when we were growing up, to see the stuff we see now was shocking when we were growing up because we were desensitized to it. It wasn't something we saw every day. Right. We saw that shit. Our parents shielded us from the 11 o'clock news.
Right.
And that was you know what I'm saying? And that was graphic to them.
No, we was in bed.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We
were asleep.
Right. So we were shielded from it. These kids now though, they're bombarded with it every day. Sex, drugs, money, murder, their glamour, all of it.
Came on TV, we had to turn it off.
Shit, the scene, okay?
That was
Listen.
that movie.
And all they were doing, on that's 12 o'clock, baby. Yo, no.
Listen.
On that's 12 o'clock
These
was
kids
hot, and they weren't doing much of nothing.
These
but it
kids
was
have no idea that TV used to go off. They
Yes.
don't even know that. The TV used to go off, motherfucker, like off, like completely.
No, they don't know that you ain't have a TV in your bedroom.
Oh, no, who had a TV in there? That's a luxury. No.
You must be rich.
There was one TV in the house, and it was in the living room. Do you hear me? There was one TV, and you had to watch what the fuck everybody else watched because there wasn't no individuality. No.
And my granddaddy
No,
controlled all that. So
no.
all we watched was UFO and sci-fi. That's why I'm into
Listen.
That's all we want, baby. They aliens.
They have
baby.
no
I'm telling you,
they
aliens.
have no concept of that though. Like the TV goes
We
off.
stayed
or that-
outside. If it's 24 hours a day, we stayed outside.
or that they used to only be or that they
Was it
two, like three
I was
or
say
4
three,
in the
yeah.
morning, and it was like everybody that was born in the 70s, 80s know that sound. Don't play, cause that shit went off.
Yeah, like lights out.
You had no choice but to go to bed after that, bitch, because the TV is done.
Done. And so are you.
No, these kids have no clue of the struggle.
Right.
For what? Like, what?
Right.
You don't pay no bills in this motherfucker. Listen.
And you better go outside. Ain't no sitting in the house. You don't get to sit in the house.
Listen.
You better be
Listen,
sitting.
you got in trouble. You got in trouble for being in the house. You got in trouble for being in the house.
Yeah, like kids belong
Come
outside.
on,
What
Rochelle.
you doing?
Why you sitting there up under me? Get the fuck out of here.
Right, go do something.
Get out of here. Get out. Get out. I see you in the street. When the street lights come on, your ass better be on this porch.
And you better be
And
on
you
the
better
porch.
be on this motherfucking porch. Other than that, what the fuck? What you doing here?
Now you go outside
Now-
and no kids.
Hey, look, it's one of those zombie movies and shit. You're like, where the kids
Where the
at?
kids
Where the
at?
fuck? Is there any kids living in this
Right. Yep.
neighborhood? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why they
Look,
wear
they-
straps back in the day.
They say, as a child, the adults told the kids go outside, and the month didn't matter, and it did.
Right, and it did.
It could be the
Baby,
winter time. It could be the snowing.
You know, back in the baby.
Put them damn boots
we
on
had
and get your
moon
ass
boots.
outside.
We had moon boots then. The moon boots was born.
Put your damn boots on and get outside. Tired of listening to your ass. Get
And
outside.
you was covered.
You was
baby.
covered, but you
Jacket
went
was
outside
warm,
too.
you went
You
outside.
was like a marshmallow man. Like, let's get it.
Having a ball.
Man,
We walked.
listen,
Remember, Angela, we walked the blizzards, baby. Like we gotta go. We get
no
but
clue.
and then we didn't even have to ask, are we going? And mind you, we said walk to school in blizzards. That means school was open.
Open. Yeah, that mean, yeah. This shit y'all be going through talking about no school. No.
We didn't even. That was unheard of
Shit,
in our
the snow
day.
was at my waist.
Right.
That shit was at my waist. And they still be like, oh, Mr. Major, you was late for class.
Yes, you knew what was going
Mr.
outside.
Major, you was late for class. Like, what? Right. Like, bitch, I left early than the motherfucker to get here. You tell me I'm late, walk through 10 feet of snow.
Yeah, I'm wet and
Shit,
in
wet.
time.
Cold,
I'm
wet time.
taking a test. I'm done.
Nate said the blizzard of '78 for real, and all of us was present during the blizzard of '78. Damn it! Woo, shit! Angela said, "Yes, y'all silly, y'all done went down memory lane." See, listen, that's why this show we say we drink everything and talk about anything because you never know where this conversation
And we keep it
gonna go.
real. Like, once again, like
Oh,
I say,
shit.
I am going through therapy and loving it. And I'm encouraging everyone to do so. Take your children because right now you have 2-year-olds saying you gay. And know what gay is. Back in the day, we didn't know what that was.
I remember shit. I remember when her granddaughter hit us with that shit. What was she, 3?
See?
Wait, I didn't think she knew.
Paris was 3 at the time, and she. What you know about gay? I'm just saying.
What she said?
I was like, you don't know about gay. You know, because it never, what do you mean? She buzzed my mom.
Boom. See?
She knew about Troy and like him.
See?
Well, Uncle Troy might Listen,
I want to know what you call
I was
that.
out down when London Carter told me that. I was like, "Are you serious?" And I see Paris.
I know too. I was like,
Like-
I couldn't say nothing because
She right.
Right.
She right.
I had to call him. I
See?
didn't know what to say.
Like, so what do you call?
And that's
Uncle-
all I'm saying.
What do you call Uncle Michael and Troy? Is she 3?
Like-
Did you imagine the 3-year-old telling you that? Like, girl, you don't know nothing about what gay is. What do you call Uncle Michael and Troy? Like, bitch. That's what that was. That was like,
You ready to
bitch.
get something to eat, baby?
Right.
It's still no stuff about it. What you want?
Right.
And that's all I'm saying.
Angela say snow was up to your butt when the coat ended. Where the coat ended.
I remember us walking to school in the blizzard, and Pucky was mean. Angela was mean when we were younger. Like of course, I was the little sister, so I got on her nerve. And I couldn't breathe because I have sinus. So I was like, I can't breathe. And she's like, you better keep walking. I couldn't stand her. And then I had to walk behind her so I can
shit.
breathe and and fight the snow. And you better keep walking. I was like, I can't breathe. Can't stand her. Like, oh, she's the best.
Oh my God.
Baby.
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get that. This shit too funny.
I mean,
I can't make this shit. We can't make this shit
at
up.
all.
Joseph say, tell us, sister. She say, no, I wasn't laughing.
Yes, she was. Yes, she did, y'all. She was like, you better keep walking.
I can't take
And
y'all
I'm already little. I was this high. You know what I'm saying?
So listen,
Like, Jesus.
I wanted to pose this question, especially for you two ladies, because of our relationships. about friendship and what it actually means to be a friend. Our friendships have ups and downs, right? We all agree, right? And I only say this because you and I weren't friends because we didn't know each other. But when we met each other, we became fast friends, for sure. Her and I have known each other for basically my whole life, because she's older than me, but she's known me my whole life. But we weren't friends. We knew each other. We grew up together, but I was friends with her brother. That's how we know each other. I've always known her, but we weren't friends. And then when we became friends, it was weird because it was like, well, why weren't we friends before? But somebody pointed the difference out to me. It's like when you're younger, that age difference, a 5-year age difference seems like a lot when you're 10 and you're 15.
Right.
But when you're 20 and 25, it's not so much of an age difference.
It's the same age.
Right. It's the same age. And that's what it was. I realized, I was like, okay, because I've always known London, but me and London were friends. Like, we didn't hang out together. Like, okay, well, because the age difference. But then when I got grown, she was already grown. Then when we was grown together, it became different. And then when she had the accident, that gave that bitch no time to move. So she was lazy, and that gave me more time to be there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's how that friendship developed. And I was thinking about our friendship, and I was like, well, we knew each other, and we always do all that. But then when I moved in over there on Wickham, that's when we became friends. And then it's like, okay. So I guess my question is, how do you measure your friendships? Like, because even though we were friends we knew each other for a long time, we weren't friends for a long time. And even though we didn't know each other a short time, we've been friends for a long time. Do you see what I'm saying? Our distances are different, yet the friendship level is the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I making sense, or am I sounding crazy?
No, you making sense.
And not just for us.
It's just the question is kind of hard to answer. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's hard to answer because that's the point.
It's a variation of
because
answers.
You just named two. Like we wasn't friends then, but because of the age, we down. You know, as we got older, and we knew each other. We hung out.
Right.
We wasn't friends until you moved in because our bond became
closer. Right.
And that's just it. I think it just all depends on the relationship with each individual, because some people you can know all your life and you do not call them your friends. Right.
And see, for me, I take that word very, very seriously. Me.
Right.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I'm from over there.
None of them people are your friends. Yeah. And you know them. They're associates. They're people you associate.
And actually,
they're not even associates. They're not even associates for you because you don't even associate with them. Right. Exactly.
Okay. Word.
They're nothing. But no, like even the word friendship, like when I tell people I don't have many friends and people get offended by it, I'm like, no, I'm not saying, man, you aren't cool. Man, you are associates. We associate. You might even wait. There's 3 words. It's associate, and it's another word I'm looking for. It's another word. It's associate, or I can't think of the word. But anyway, somebody help me out.
Yeah.
No. No, but it's like because like there's some people I associate with. Like I might associate with you because I might associate with somebody because they're your friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
I might associate with you just because I work with you.
Right. Or I might associate with you just because we're coworkers. Right. So, but you're not my friend.
Right.
Like if I had a party, I wouldn't call you. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends are the people I invite to my home. Those are my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody ain't your friend. That's all I'm saying. Joseph says, a friend will tell you when you're shit and you appreciate it. True shit. A friend is someone who will Brandon says a friend is someone who will always remind you of who you are, come what may. True. Joseph says B-list friends. Okay. Right. I agree. There are A-list friends and then there are B-list friends. Even there's some C and D-list friends.
And then your friends are sometimes, a lot of times your friends in categories. Some you wouldn't call and kick it with it. But then some you hang out with only. Like this is my hangout with.
I just got the other word. Associates and acquaintances.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for, y'all. Associates and acquaintances. Because there's something. I'm acquainted with her through her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm associated with her through her. And we're friends through this person. Because you could be friends with somebody through somebody. You know what I'm saying? So those 3 words I use a lot. I'm associated with her. You're like, bitch, you heard me? I'm associated with her. I don't know her like that. Like, we travel in some circles. We know some people together. but we're not friends. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So if you ask me my opinion of her, I can't give you a friend opinion. I can give you an associate opinion.
Right.
Now, and just because I've known you 20 years don't mean we're friends.
Right.
That's right. No, I mean, I know
We're associates. You're not my friend. We are associates. I've been associated with you for 20 years, but we're not friends.
A real friend. Nathan say a real friend understands your spirit and still likes you. Yes.
Boom. Because I will say, there's a spirit here that both of these bitches, yeah, and they still like me regardless of it. So,
And we still together.
But and that's for anybody though, because your real friends have to know the real you. If your real friends don't know real you, they're not your real friend.
I got a girlfriend, Rhonda. You know Rhonda.
Mhm.
Rhonda
I'm
is
associated with her.
but Rhonda is something else to deal with at times. Beautiful girl, beautiful. But Rhonda is a motherfucker.
She's a friend to the show. Hi, Ron.
And she get in her funks at times. So she texted me and she said, I'm in my moment and I know the only person that can deal with me is you. So the only person I want to see is you because I don't care. Because I'm a for real friend. Like, I don't give a damn about you. I know you're going through yours. So
Right.
all that smart mouth you going, we ain't about to really fall out, bitch. Whatever. Girl,
Say what
bye.
you want to say.
She said what you got to say.
Right.
Whatever. We're laughing and she be like, I can be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, be in her moment. Because sometimes you need to have that moment. You don't need that. You don't need that moment to shut down because you need to release.
Right.
And that is your form of release. And knowing your friend, you ain't lashing at me personally.
Right. I'm just here to
You
take
just-
it because you
I'm
need
here to
release
take it because you need to release. And she said, and I know you can't. I need you. And I understood what she meant. She ain't trying to get me. She's just like, I need to release, and I know you're the only one can handle it without taking it. You know what I'm saying? And internalizing it to be you. Like, it ain't me. And so I get that. And true friends, to me, understand who you are.
I just want to give shouts out to people I've noticed are tuning in. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Charlie. What's up, Mr. Meeks? Hi, Ashley. Kalima Lock Mama Johnson. What's up? Thank you for hooking my girl Camille up, too. She looks fabulous. I loved it. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Bridget. I want a plate next time you bring your son one. I want one. Hi, Bridget. she works with us, and her son works with us.
Oh,
She always
okay.
brings him fucking food.
Oh,
And I'll be like,
cool.
that's some mama shit. I want you to bring me a plate. Fanboy Bruno says, a lot of people don't have real friends nowadays. A real one's going to tell you how it is and what it is with you. Fanboy Bruno, I'm actually loving your opinion because you are one of these millennials that are out here now. You know what? Come on the show.
I've been telling my son to come
Come
on the
on and
show.
sit right here and talk to us, cuzzo. Nephew, cuz I call all my cousins. I call all my cousins kids. You know what? I found out, if you look it up, your first cousins, all of their children are your nephews, nieces, and nephews, but only from your first line of cousins.
I've never heard.
I know. Look it up, though. It's true.
I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up. I want everybody to research it. Go research it.
That's not your sibling.
But because y'all are first cousins, it's like a line of siblings. Do you know what I mean? Because all of your
not.
first cousin, your first cousin's children are your nephews
Yeah,
and
they're
nieces.
your cousins.
They're your first cousin kids are your nephews and nieces. Their kids are your nephews and nieces. Look it up. I didn't make this shit. I
I'm gonna
can't
have to
make
look
this
it
shit up.
I don't. Even though all my cousins
So
call
I'm
me
saying,
auntie.
see, you're right because
And
you
they do.
because you
but-
take only your first line of cousins though.
Yeah,
You know what
and,
I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. And they do. They call me Auntie Lynn. Even though I'm not their auntie, I'm their cousin.
Right,
But to me, that's a line of respect.
right, and it is. And that's probably why it's genealogically that way because it's a line of respect.
On that okay, I get it on that level.
But look it up. We're gonna look it up
I'm
when
gonna
it says it. Joseph say only if you like them.
Right. Because baby, these new wave children today, you can't even understand. Dang, that went fast.
I know. Listen, when the conversation's
It's
good, we always
good.
running off. We always running off at the
That
mouth.
was fast.
Listen, if you guys haven't already, please go subscribe to the fucking YouTube page at Cocktails and Convo at YouTube.com. What? Because I said fucking like that.
No, because you was like, He had to get it.
That's just damn haul over.
I know.
I'm hauled
But you
over.
said take your time and you didn't. That's why I was like, nope.
I'm fucking hauled over.
Nope. I'm gonna get through this first. Ain't nobody stupid. I know London now. Ain't nobody got time for her.
This is one of the best songs on the album. It's called
But-
Can You Loan Me $20?
The whole point of us stating all of this is for those that need help, get it, seek it, help yourself, help your children. Even if you don't think that your children need help, there's a lot of things that you do not know. Just like Lamont just stated, you have babies out here, babies, not teenagers. Now they're babies killing themselves over stress and social media that you are not even aware of. Because once again, they have their private moments on their phones and going through, and you don't even know that they're going through. And some of these babies can't come out. You know what I'm saying? So they're suppressing a lot.
I was just going to tell you to answer this question because he want to know what's in it, baby. Listen, I want y'all to understand. We do not know all these people that is watching the show. So he want to know what's in it.
You can't know.
You got to wait for the book, Nate.
Yeah, we used to tell, but now we don't.
You got to wait for the book, Nate. Angela says a true friend shows up without telling you they coming because you need them. A true friend flies across country to be by your side for whatever. Look, I guess that makes me a true friend because I swear to God, I'm probably the only person I know that can pop up, at either one of y'all houses unannounced and not get cussed out. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Real talk. I think you and London are the only. I know she because I have seen her leave people knocking at her fucking door. Like that bitch ain't tell me she was coming over here.
My son be like, Mom, I'm like, who was that? Who was that? Girl, y'all had no company. Who was that?
I think I'm probably the only person I know that can show up at y'all door unannounced and still get in.
Yes.
So listen.
Listen.
Listen, go subscribe to the YouTube page. I'm gonna keep saying that. I know y'all getting tired of me saying it, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Cocktails and Combo, YouTube.com. Subscribe. We need y'all subscribers, people. Hi, Brandy Chapman.
Choose your friends wisely.
Hi, London Smith. Oh, that's London. I'm gonna say hi, London Smith. I'm just saying people. I'm just so tired.
That's why he haul over. All done.
No, Nate, you cannot get a haul over at a bar. It is a Cocktails and Combo exclusive.
Baby, you better say
it is a CNC exclusive,
right,
so you have to wait for the book. Sorry.
No.
And
it's made.
A haul over is a new beach.
Say it.
I would say 88% of the drinks, maybe even 90% of the drinks on here are all homemade concoctions. So we gotta wait for the book. Angela says one and only True Blue for 36 years and counting.
Her friend, and they have been for 36 years and counting. Well, again, thank you all for tuning in to Cocktails and Combo, another great show. Thank you all for the commentary because we love the feedback. It's the one. Look at them. Y'all just look at them.
All over.
I am not.
Yeah, London. London,
I gotta see her eyes. They're like this. Look. Because she told us to sip slowly.
She don't tell us to sip right. She just told us to sip overall, man.
I said this was fast.
London, Nate wants to know when is the book coming out.
All right. Okay, y'all. We'll get back to y'all.
Love is good
All the time.
all the
Love
time.
is good. Thank y'all for tuning in. Next week, Wednesday, 9
Thank
o'clock,
you.
same bat time.
Same bad channel.
Watch us.
Good night.
Listen to this, y'all.
I get my check next week. Said I only got $20. Only you be having a job. Now you motherfuckers
Not
on
one.
YouTube.
Not one.
Yeah, it's one. It was too. Somebody logged off. It was too.
They went on Facebook.
YouTube people better get it together.
Like it's only
God
two
damn
of
it.
us over
Right.
here.
They're like,
Everybody
oh,
on
fuck this
Facebook.
shit, dog. Right. Everybody going.
They won't go to Facebook. They won't do it.
They won't do